Hi everyone. What? You've got a surprise for me? I've got a surprise for you. Ta-da! Did you love it? Really? Thank you. Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, what's good? What do you do? What's up? Before we get into this video, you guys already know the drill. Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to hit that little bell somewhere here so you can be part of the notification squad. And I'm gonna need you to go follow me on my social media at neorapetsoa on all social media platforms. So, as you guys can see, your girl is short hair for the babies, short hair for the twanas, fresh cut for the sluts. So as you guys can tell from the title of this video, and as you guys can see for yourselves, I have cut my hair. Alright, so I'm gonna go into detail about all of this and do a little short life update situation. So let me stop blabbing on about. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so yes, that is what it is. As you can see, it is what it do. It does what it did. I've cut my hair, which I was very nervous about. Okay, those of you who have been following me for a while will know now. I've literally been contemplating cutting my hair for God knows how many years. But then one day I just woke up and I was just like, I'm lying, Sham. Let me not even make it seem like it was spontaneous. I just woke up and I felt like I wanted to just cut my hair, and I had no, it's nothing of that manner or sort. It was really just a matter of my hair had stopped growing because I've been wearing wigs all the time. I was barely ever taking care of it. I was leaving it in like cornrows and braids under my wigs for a very long time without moisturizing it and all of that stuff. So it really just said, you know what, I'm out of here, I'm done with this, you know. So I was like, you know what, there's only two things for me to do right now. It's either I'm gonna relax it or cut it. Do you understand? I go to the salon. I called my hairstylist. I was like, ayo, listen, I need to cut my hair. He was, when I tell you he was shook, mans was shooker than shooketh. Mans was so shook. He was actually very shocked because he even knows myself. I was never a fan of having short hair. I was never a fan of cutting my hair whatsoever. So when I told him I was gonna cut it, he thought I meant like just split ends, you know, or something, you know, nothing too hectic, nothing too deep, which is, to be quite honest, also what I thought I was gonna do. To be quite honest, I also thought I was gonna just rock up there and cut my hair a bit, you know. I'm gonna put pictures of like how long my hair was, but I thought I was gonna cut my hair just a little, not too much, you know. And then we were cutting and he kept going and I'm like, hey man, hey, you're going far. you're going very far, you know. And then eventually I cut it, and yeah, that's that. There's nothing interesting to the story. It was really just a thing of I cut my hair. But it also wasn't just a decision that I made for like the physical part. It was also something that I made for like a fresh start. This week I told myself that I was really going to start afresh. I've been very emotionally drained and very demotivated to do anything, which I'd like to believe most of us are because of like COVID and everything. And there's also other things that like I think this time period has taken away from so many people, myself included. But yeah, this is literally just like a week where I decided, you know what, I need to start afresh. I need to start afresh, even though we're still in lockdown and even though there's still a lot happening, and it doesn't take away from the fact that, you know, I've still lost what I've lost and I'm still going to lose what I'm going to lose. But it's just it's a signal for me of I need to start afresh, and in order for me to start afresh, I need to do something that I've never done. I won't lie, I keep looking at myself and I'm like, I swear to God, I look at myself every time I pass my reflection, whether it's a mirror, whether it's on a car, something, and I just look at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, I actually cut my hair. So anybody who knows me knows, like, this is something that I would have never ever done. In like, if you told me at the beginning of this year that I'm going to end this year off with short hair, I would have probably laughed in your face, you know. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, most of you that follow me might know I lost somebody very dear to my heart, my grandmother, and it was not an easy time. It was not it was not like, just thinking about it, I'm like tearing up, and I'm not trying to be emotional because it's not an emotional video, because you know, but yeah, it was not an easy time whatsoever. And weeks before that, I think like a month or so into the lockdown, I lost a friend of mine. Yeah, so a friend of mine passed on, and then a month or so later, my gran passed on, and it was a lot for me. I've mastered, I think in this time period, I've mastered the art of making it seem like I'm okay, so much so that I even convince myself that I'm okay. Do you understand? So I never have to deal with what I'm going through. I never deal with my emotions. Because I've put up a face so much for, you know, social media and my YouTube channel and people in general, even my family, I put up a face for them as well, where I even start believing that, you know what, it's all okay, like everything's gonna be fine, until after my grand's death, where I had to be like, I need to take a break. And I didn't take a long break. I just took like 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks. I was like, I need to take a break from creating content, from putting on a face. I need to just, if I'm gonna cry for the next 2 weeks, let it be. I need to deal with all these emotions. I haven't been consistent, which I do want to apologize for. I haven't been consistent, but that's just because I think a lot of content creators in this time period, we're trying our best to create content, but also it's like, it's different in these times, because now that you're locked down, now that you're in the house, you have to deal with your emotions, baby. There's literally nowhere you can go. Do you understand? So it's like you'll be on your roll, and then something will happen and you're just not in the mood. So yeah, life it was not, it was a deuce. Do you understand? Financially as well, personally for me, my finances, and I'd like to believe a lot of people are like that. You know, before the lockdown, it was events, it was brand work, it was this, it was that, it was auditions, it was, you know, there was movement, it was nice, you know, it was meetings, it was pictures, it was so nice. It was genuinely, everything career-wise was looking up, it was looking right. Financially, it was looking up, it was looking right, you know. I think that's the one thing that I've taken from this time, is to be like, nothing is cute, everything is messed up, but the only way for me to move forward and to actually look forward to the next day and to actually want to carry on is to rejoice in the smallest things, because it's the smallest things right now that mean the most, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm so grateful for this time, it taught me this, because I don't know, I feel very weird about that statement. I feel like that statement it's easy to say when you're coming from a place of privilege, you know, to be like, this time period is so good and this lockdown is so good for all of us, and this, I feel like statements like that really just, they make me feel very odd, because I'm like, that's coming from a very big place of privilege. This time period has taken a lot from a lot of people, from a whole lot of people, you know. It's rocking our lives, it's rocking everyone's life. And I spent so long in this time period trying to be all kumbaya and let's find the positive in it, and you know, let me do something every day and wake up and start something new, and yes, and be motivated. And I was like, you know what, it's very far in touch from reality, because in reality there's so much happening around me, apart from in the world, but personally, in my family, in my friends' lives, in my life, there's so much happening. So me trying to pressurize myself to be all kumbaya every day, and to, you know, start a new activity, and to start a new, and everybody busy telling you, what have you done in this time period, how have you used this time period, all these pressures, it's unnecessary, you know, it's unnecessary. I found it so important to sit myself down and be like, dude, you're going through it and it's fine, go through it. Don't put pressure on yourself to want to be all positive every day, and to, you know, do this and to do that. You don't owe anybody anything, and nobody owes you anything, most of all. So if you're going through it, go through it, finish going through it, and then we can look at the kumbaya of it all. If I had to tell you guys how many numb days I've had alone in the past 2 weeks alone, where I just want, like, you know, you have that gulp in your throat. I've been wanting to cry for the past 3 weeks, and the tears just won't tear. Like, ladies, they won't collect. It won't, no, it doesn't want. So I've been stuck with the gulp in my throat, and emotionally I'm drained, and I'm tired, and I'm this and I'm that. And I was just like, you know what, I can't do it. I'm not going to force myself to create content. I'm not going to force myself to be all happy and jolly. I'm not going to force myself. Today I don't feel like being a part of the world, and therefore I'm not going to do it. And first of all, I will not disregard the fact that I'm very privileged to even be able to make that decision of, I don't feel like it today. Emotionally, I'm drained. Emotionally, I'm tired. That's a privilege that a lot of people don't have, that I very much recognize and I very much acknowledge and appreciate, you know. So yeah, this life update is not me telling you guys, you know, I have a boyfriend and I'm making money and I'm this. It's really just me updating you guys about my life in terms of everything beyond the physical, you know. Because usually I think a lot of people come to life update videos and they expect you to be all, oh yes, nyajola, and yes, I'm moving to America, and that's not what this is. Unfortunately, I'm sorry if you know you're disappointed, but this is really just me being like, hey man, first of all, I cut my hair, and just explaining like the significance behind it for me personally. It's a new beginning, and this is not a new haircut, new me. No, definitely not. It's just a new haircut, new beginning for me to actually find better ways to deal with the traumas and to deal with the emotions and to deal with the life events that happen every single day, and to find ways to be grateful for something in those events. There has to be something for me to be grateful for, and I might not have to see it at that moment. I can't be going through a traumatic situation and want to be like, okay, no, what's the positive in the, no, this is not no kumbaya shakara. No, we're not doing any of that. It's really just a matter of, once I've gone through my traumas and once I've identified why I feel the way that I feel and I'm starting to deal with my emotions, I need to be like, okay, cool, now we have to look at why we went through this. Surely there must be a reason, you know. So yeah, I personally love it. I personally am in love with it. I personally love this version of myself. I don't know if I'm gonna grow my hair like to be a big afro again. I highly doubt it, because Lord, the stress of having lots of hair is just not for me. It was too much for me to deal with. But yeah guys, that's that on that. That is my hairstyle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the reveal, I guess. And yeah, thank you so much for all the positive comments that I've received thus far, for those of you that have seen it. And yeah, here's to, I don't know, here's to being better, I guess. Here's to doing better, I guess. Here's to actually being productive. And here's to finding new ways to deal with trauma and finding new ways to actually deal with our emotions without running away from them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Comment below for any more videos you'd like to see. And last but not the least, subscribe to my channel for more craziness. Bye guys.